Hello everyone, this is Pustak Verma and you are watching Pustak Verma Education for All YouTube channel. Today we are gonna deal with an article presenting yourself from Unit 10 Career Opportunities Grade 12 Compulsory English New Course and grammatical portion conditional sentences or if sentence. So before dealing with this chapter, presenting yourself, we will discuss about some of the questions mentioned in our text. So question A, have you ever applied for a job? के तिमीले कहिले जबको लागि अप्लाइड गरेका छौ? The answer is yes, I have applied for the job several times for several posts अथवा in several posts. What document do you need while applying for a job? एउटा जब अप्लाई गर्ने बेलामा के डकुमेन्टहरू चाहिन्छ? I need photocopies of academic certificates, experience letters, a handwritten applications, and a recently updated CV while applying for the job. C. Are you familiar with the term biodata, resume, CV, and personal profile? Do you have any of them? Yes, I am a bit familiar with them. Biodata refers to it is used in early eras which covers the personal details of a person. Resume, it is precise and saturated jobs profile of a person. CV, it's a detailed description of the person along with one's job profile one has accomplished. And personal profile refers to the small section of your resume or CV that contains introduction parts only. Yes, I have my own biodata. So this is the figure that reflect that how the people are taken interview and they are selected for the particular post. Then about the glossary presenting yourself. CBCB stands for Curriculum Vitae. It's a brief written account of one's personal details, education, and the jobs he or she had. Compile भनेको एकदमै is produce a list of books like एकदमै collected from up present गर्नु. Career development, a process of managing life, learning and work over the lifespan. Underestimate कसैलाई के गर्नु? हेप्नु एक किसिमको अथवा smaller less important सम्झनु. Prospective, expected to be the specified thing in the future. Employer, a person or organization that employs people, जसले मान्छेहरूलाई रोजगार दिन्छ. इनभ्यालिडेट भनेको कसैलाई के गर्नु? इररियस अथवा मिस्टेकले भरेको के गर्नु? भ्यालिडेट गर्नु. सब्सक्वेन्ट भनेको रिजल्टहरू, यस परिणाम स्वरूप. Exhaustics means including or considering all elements or aspect. Audits भनेको एउटा फाइनेन्शियल स्पेस अथवा इंस्पेक्शंस हो कंपनीज को. सर्कमस्टेंसेस परिस्थितिहरू भन्छ. कंडीशंस आर द फैक्ट कनेक्टेड विथ रेलिवेंट इवेंट्स आर एक्शंस. Competence, ability to do something successfully or efficiently. Demonstrate भनेको show clearly. Reassuring भनेको cheering, comforting or soothing. Credible means able to be believed. Competent means having the necessary ability. Academics, a teacher or scholars in a university or other institutions of higher education. Granny means feminine. Obnoxious means extremely unpleasant. Redundant भनेको useless अथवा grab means grasp. Framework भनेको design. Collaborative means group मा काम गर्नु. Interactive भनेको is influencing each other अथवा एकअर्कासँग प्रतिक्रिया गर्नु. Mentor refers to an experienced or trusted advisor. Pro forma means done or produced as a matter of form. Demonstrated भनेको show गर्ने. Exhibitions. Prioritization means हामीले के गर्ने त प्रायोरिटी दिनु त्यसलाई अथवा spade works, hard or routine preparatory works. अनि this is theoretical means concerned with involving the theory of the subject. Petered out to gradually become smaller or weaker. Forthcoming भनेको about to happens. Bone china means pots from cow, pots made up of cow bones. Cabinets, the committees of the senior ministers. Agencies, farmer organizations, companyहरू. And then accompanied भनेको go along with. Cover letter, a written document commonly submitted with the job applications. Antithesis, a person or a thing that is direct opposite of someone or something. assertions भनेको declaration, verifiable means able to be checked, and unsubstantiated means not supported or proven by evidence. Assertions already become as these declarations. So then about is vacancy. The vacancy opens, so many people try to is participate in that job activities as job opportunities, and how they work very is hardly to reach or to gain that job or gain that opportunities. So summary, presenting yourself. This article presenting yourself by Rebecca Bowden, Debbie Epstein, and Jane devotes about CV. The article is about CV, its uses, formation, and career development. The author defines CV, and the opening of the chapter we come to know that the writer defines CV. CV भनेको a single most important document that compiles a person's personal information, academic qualification, experiences, hobbies, and interest in the particular job. यसले के गर्छ सबै कुरालाई combine गर्छ. It stands for curriculum vitae. It is a short document that gives employee a chance to show a prospective employer the best of what you have got or one have got. It sells his or her skills, experiences, and shows he or she is the right person for the job. Thus, it is a detailed description of a person. यो के हो त मान्छेको एउटा detailed description हो, along with one's job profile, such as experiences, achievement, उपलब्धिहरू one has accomplished. It is important in one's career. यो एउटाको क्यारियरमा इम्पोर्टेन्ट छ किन त it is compile of accurate and thoughtful, truthful details. यो एकदमै exact truthful details हुन्छ of one's personal or professional lives, which provides him or her crucial opportunity, एउटा fix एउटा राम्रो opportunity provide गर्छ to reflect on and the plan for the development in his or her career. CV needs to be accurate and truthful. यो वास्तवमा पनि के हुनुपर्छ सही हुनुपर्छ. It is a Latin term which simply means course of life, and it should be a well set out, up to date, and accurate. One may save different versions of TV for the different purposes. मान्छेहरूले विभिन्न किसिमको CVहरू विभिन्न उद्देश्यको लागि बनाउन सक्छन्. Same CV doesn't or may not work for all job opportunity because it includes the personal as well as professional details. यसले के गरेको हुन्छ personal professional details र यसको साथसाथै plan for particular development, particular job careers, which may vary as per to the different professions or job. जुन के हुन्छ job अनुसार फरक हुन्छ. त्यसकारण हामीले के भन्न सक्छौं same CV may not be used for the several posts. A good CV is needed for applying job, seeking promotions, or trying to get a research finding. That means these are the functions of CV. CV को काम के हुन्छ applying for the seeking promotions, trying to get research works, and it reflects a person's personal and professional competence. उसको क्यापेसिटी पनि यसले के गर्छ रिफ्लेक्ट गर्छ. रेबेका's PhD supervisor talks about staying CV and leaving CV. दुई किसिमको CV को कुरा गर्छ उसको एउटा सुपरभाइजरले. Stating that a staying CV includes university citizens, plenty of committee works and administration, pastoral care of students, heavy teaching load, as well as credible research record. भनेको एउटा staying CV ले के गर्छ धेरै कुरा स्टुडेन्ट्सको प्लेन्टी अफ कमिटी वर्क्स, उसको काम ग्रुप वर्क, एडमिनिस्ट्रेसन प्रशासनिक कार्य, कसरी उले हाउ ही टेक्स केयर अफ द लोकल स्टुडेन्ट्स, अनि हेभी टिचिङ लोड कसरी उ म्यानेज गरिरहेको छ, क्रेडिबल उसको रिसर्च के मा इङ्गेज छ. दिस अल थिङ्स आर इन्क्लुडेड इन द स्टेइङ सिभी. अन द अदर ह्यान्ड लिभिङ सिभीले के गर्छ रिफ्लेक्ट द इन्ट्रेस्ट अफ द पर्सपेक्टिभ अफ न्यू इम्प्लोयर. उसको विचारहरू के छ, what are the field he or she is interested in. It highlights the research achievements as well. Most of the people prefer to develop stating CV for themselves as freshmen, as it includes every details of personal career minutely. यसरी के गर्छ धेरै जसो मान्छेहरूले स्टेटिङ सिभीलाई के गर्छन् बढी के अथवा के गरेको हुन्छन् स्टेइङ सिभीलाई बढी के गर्छन् केयर गरेको हुन्छन् भने चाहिँ. And preparing and maintaining CV is the matter of collaborative and interactive process. CV maintain it requires help and support of one's friend, family, mentors, and more experienced colleagues. CV should be updated regularly. यसलाई के गर्नुपर्छ टाइम टाइममा के गरिराख्नुपर्छ त अपडेट गरिराख्नुपर्छ. It should look like a bone china display cabinet. भनेको यो attractive यसले के भन्न खोजेको छ, यो के हुनुपर्छ, एट्र्याक्टिभ हुनुपर्छ, क्याची हुनुपर्छ, एकदमै आकर्षक हुनुपर्छ भनेर भन्छ। जस्तो विभिन्न जो भाँडाहरू बनेका हुन्छन् त्यस्तै क्याची र एट्र्याक्टिभ हुनुपर्छ, ग्रुपमा राखिएको हुन्छ त्यो उसको बोन्सले बनेका भाँडाहरू। एन्ड द अथर्स टक्स अबाउट फुल सिबी फर्म विच सर्टर सिबी क्यान बी कम्पाइल। उनले राइटरले त्यस्तै गरी फुल सिबी र सर्टर सिबीको पनि कुरा गर्छन्। फुल सिबीबाट के गर्छौँ, सर्टर सिबी निकालेर पार्टिकुलर जब एप्लिकेसनको लागि अप्लाई गर्न सक्छौँ। सेभरल इम्प्लोइमेन्ट एन्ड रिइम्प्लोइमेन्ट एजेन्सिज कन्सल्टेन्टले के गर्छन्, सपोर्ट पिपल इन प्रिपेयरिङ देयर सिबी। One can draft a good CV by following the basic framework of one's own and including everything appropriately and updating it regularly. Finally, the author shows the difference between academic and non-academic CV, stating that academic CV tends to be quite a bit longer than the non-academic one. Then about working with words. There are some words, positions, redundant भनेको व्यर्थ युजलेस, प्रोफेसनल, रेफरी रेफरेन्सियल, भेरिफिकेसन भनेको जस्टिफिकेसन, कन्सल्टेन्ट भनेको टेकिङ सुझाव तिनीहरू, कम्पिटेन्स, एबिलिटी, अपर्चुनिटी, चान्सेस, इम्पेरेटिभ्स एन्ड अचिभमेन्ट. And we have to put them in appropriate sentences. So the question A, you must learn about 2000 kanji to develop competence in Japanese language. B, I can type both English and Nepali but not as fast as professional typist. जस्तो fast type गर्न सक्दैन. When she was in class 8, she got opportunity to participate in a national painting competition. 8 class मा हुँदा उनी के गरिन् त, she participated in national painting competition. The Prime Minister gave a long list of his achievements. उले आफ्नो achievements को धेरै लिस्टहरू प्रेजेन्ट गर्यो. He spent many years in jail before reaching to position of a minister. मिनिस्टर पुग्नुभन्दा अगाडि धेरै वर्ष के गर्यो, he passed in jail. After about 50 workers were made redundant. 50 वटा वर्कर्सहरूलाई युजलेस बनाइयो because of the financial crisis in the factories. He is affiliated to the World Bank as a senior consultant. उसलाई के गरियो, he was affiliated, he was appointed as a senior consultant in World Bank. They registered my application after making verifications. After verification, they registered the my documents. I requested my teacher to be my referee in my CV. CV मा मेरो रेफरेन्समा राख्नको लागि के गरे, I requested my teacher to make our country self-sustained in food production is imperative need for the present. यो के छ त, imperative need भएको छ. Then about define the following employment related terms and use them in the sentences of your own. अब यहाँ केही वर्ड्सहरू दिएका छन्, त्यो वर्ड्सहरू टर्म्सहरूलाई हामीले के गर्ने, डिफाइन गर्ने र तिनीहरूलाई आफ्नो सेन्टेन्सेसमा युज गर्ने. The first one, volunteering. Freely offer to do something. Volunteering means a person who voluntarily undertakes and or expresses a willingness to undertake a service. On the job training means is public or private sectors is given to paid employee while he or she is engaged in productive work that provides knowledge and skills essential to full or adequate performances on the job. Career opportunity, job opportunity, skill development, that means सिप को विकास गर्ने अथवा आफ्नो क्यापेसिटी डेभलप गर्ने. एप्रेन्टिसशिप्स एउटा ट्रेनिङ प्रोग्राम हो फर द इन्डिभिजुअल्स टु बिकम रिकग्नाइज्ड इन स्पेसिफिक ट्रेड. देन अबाउट करियर काउन्सिलिङ भनेको रिलेटेड टु जबसँग रिलेटेड के गर्ने छ, सुझाव सल्लाहहरू दिनुलाई यसके भन्छन् करियर काउन्सिलिङ. क्रेडेन्सियल्स, a qualification or achievement or quality or aspects of a person's background. Human capital, the skills, knowledge and experience basically that a human being contains or manpower contains. Internship, the position of a student or trainee who works in an organization sometimes without pay. Soft skill, personal attributes that enable someone to interact efficiently. Minimum wage, lowest wage. Recruitment, action of finding new people to join the organization or support a cause. Role model, a person who is imitated by others. Aptitude and assessment. Aptitude is a test. Assessment is also a test, and both are taken to measure the otherwise capacity of the people. Then question C, based on their pronunciation, divide the following words into groups so that the vowel sound rhyme here and here. Here is this here. Sounds with fear, beer, ear, leer, cheer, sheer, tear, mere, dear, clear, sneer, and gear. And the hair relate with hair, pear, fair, bear, is beer, and not. This is care, hair, ear, seer, lair, chair, share, and share is mere, dear, dare, and sneer. Then comprehension. Answer the following questions. Question A. What does a CV mean? CV भनेको के हो? Why is it important in one's career? किन यो एउटाको क्यारियरमा इम्पोर्टेन्ट छ? So the answer is CV is a detailed description of the person along with one's job profile such as experiences and achievements one has accomplished. It is important in one's career as it is the compiles of accurate and truthful details of one's personal and professional life, which provides him or her crucial opportunity to reflect on and plan further developments in his or her career. Question number B. Does this same CV work for the all job opportunity? Why or why not? के सेम सीबीले विभिन्न जब अपर्च्युनिटीमा काम लिन्छ? नो. The same CV doesn't work for all job opportunity because it includes personal as well as professional details along with one's plan for further development in career which may vary as per to the different professions. यसमा के हुन्छ फर्दर प्लान डेभलपमेन्टको लागि पनि क्यारियरमा राखेका हुन्छन्. त्यो के हुन सक्छ प्रोफेसन साथ जब अनुसार फरक फरक हुन सक्छ. What are the different areas where CV can help you? विभिन्न एरियाजहरुमा कुन एरियामा CV ले हेल्प गर्न सक्छ? CV can help us in different areas like applying for job apply गर्नको लागि, participating in interviews, seeking promotions and trying to get research funding and many more. Question number D. What do you mean by staying CV and leaving CV? Staying CV र leaving CV मा कुन फरक छ? Which one would you develop for yourself as a freshman? So Rebecca's PhD supervisorले staying CV र living CV को बारेमा भनेको छ. And here staying CV includes university citizens plenty of committee works. धेरै चीजले इन्क्लुड गर्छ. एडमिनिस्ट्रेसन, pastoral care of children, कसरी टिचरले स्टुडेन्ट्स को केयर गरेको छ, heavy teaching load as well as credible research record. On the other hand, living CV reflects interest of a prospective new employer which probably highlights research achievement only. So I prefer to develop staying CV for myself as a freshman as it includes every details of one's professional career management. How can you draft a good CV? अब कसरी तपाईले एउटा राम्रो CV draft गर्न सक्नुहुन्छ? The answer is we can draft a good CV by following the basic framework of one's own and including everything appropriately and updating it regularly. What is the difference between academic and non-academic CV? The difference between academic and non-academic CV is that academic CV tends to be quite a longer than the non-academic CV. Then about critical thinking. The question is CV may not represent a person's skills and ability accurately because one's confidence cannot be rendered in a paper. What do you think the employers should do to find the best people for the job? CV ले के गर्न सक्दैन त मान्छेको पर्सनल स्किल्स र एबिलिटिजहरुलाई एक्युरेटली रिप्रेजेन्ट गर्न सक्दैन इन द पेपर. सो त्यसकारण इम्प्लोयर्सले के गर्नुपर्छ राम्रो क्यान्डिडेट बेस्ट क्यान्डिडेट चुज गर्नको लागि फर द जब. Obviously, a CV may not represent a person's all skills abilities accurately because one's confidence cannot be rendered in the paper. Paper मा कसैको confidence skills लाई present गर्न सकिदैन. Employers mostly seek competencies in critical thinking and problem solving, teamwork, collaboration, professionalism, work ethics, oral or written communication in employees. एउटा इम्प्लोयर्सले के गर्छ यस्तो कुरामा केयर गर्छ. क्रिटिकल थिंकिङ, प्रब्लम सल्भिङ, टीम वर्क, कोलाबोरेसन, प्रोफेशनलिज्म, वर्क्स इथिक्स, ओरल or written communication. But besides, they should look for the following things to find the best candidates for the job. First, they should look for the employer's positive attitude. उसको के चीजमा काममा कति positive attitude छ, verbal communication and flexibility. They should read their body language, looking in the gestures, arm movement, handshakes and eye contact. They should focus on employees' specific past experiences, accomplishment they had achieved. They should find out if the employees are a lifelong learner or curious in learning. They should ask employees' interest in the particular field. They should give them a project or problem to solve to judge their interest and knowledge. They should pay attention in employees' reply and the question they ask. So doing these things, the employers can get a good person for the job. Question number B. If the employers provide job opportunity by assessing one's CV, how can the fresh candidates or graduates compete with the experienced competitors? यदि इम्प्लोयर्सले के गर्यो सिभी द्वारा के गर्यो मान्छेहरूको जब छान्न लाग्यो भनेपछि फ्रेश ग्रेजुएट्सहरूले कसरी जागिर पाउँछन्? A CV is a short document that gives an employee a chance to show the prospective employers the best what he or she has got. CV ले के देखाउँछ उसले के प्राप्त गरेको छ. It sells his or her skills, experiences and shows them he or she is the right person for the job. But if the employers provide the job opportunity by assessing only one's CV, fresh graduates face obstacles in competing with the experienced competitors. Therefore, opportunities should be provided to the fresh candidates as well, so that they can share their knowledge and skills to the job they are appointed to. Once CV will be the first contact, CV भनेको first contact with the employers, but their knowledge, skills, and devotion to works are also equally essential in selecting employees. Mainly के छ उनीहरूको knowledge, skills र devotion पनि आवश्यक छ. Thus, the employers should understand the potentiality and willingness of the employees to learn new things related to their careers or job. Above all, leadership qualities cannot be developed over time. Therefore, opportunities should be provided to fresh candidates as well. तिनीहरूलाई दिनुपर्छ for generating a new manpower for the nation and the benefits of the department or the company. यस्तो हामीले गर्यौं भने to some extent we can provide the chances to the new candidates as well. Writing. Study the following advertisement. Write an application for the following positions. Prepare your CV to that suits for the job. The post यहाँ रहेको छ. The post are civil engineer. For that qualification should be B. Sub engineer. For that qualification should be diploma in civil engineering. Site supervisor for that bachelor degree in any discipline. And these are the numbers. Another requirements: candidate must fluent in both English and Nepali language. Candidates under the age 40 will be given preferences. So as part of this, हामीले के गर्छौं, we have prepared here a job application for the post of civil engineers. You can see yourself to the managing director, Construction PVT Limited, Kathmandu, Nepal, dear sir. You have already practiced about this job applications as well. You can see the formats here. How this person Rabindra Shrestha apply for the particular job, the civil engineer. In response to the advertisement published in the Everest Daily dated on 15th Associate 2018 for the post of civil engineer in your reputed institutions, I would like to offer myself as a fit candidate for the same. Details regarding my qualification and experiences are as follows. I am a young male of 24 years with good health and sound personality. I have passed +2 levels from the science streams in grade A with 3.30 GPA from Everest Higher Secondary School. They passed B from the IUE Phulchok Engineering Campus. Got 3 years experience in the relevant field and fluent both in spoken and written English and Nepali language. Completed diploma course in computers as well. Quite familiar with the job. And if you kindly choose me for the post, I assure you that I shall try my best to give you maximum satisfaction with my works. I have enclosed here with the photocopies of my certificate and experiences and CV with these applications. I have hope for positive response from your side. Yours faithfully, Rabindra Shrestha. In the same way, Rabindra Shrestha को CV पनि दिएको छ यहाँ. Personal information, professional statement, personal statement, summary or professional experience and academic qualification. So you can see it yourself. Yes? Grammar, conditional sentences. Study the following example which are taken from the text above. So here is the question is about rewrite the following sentences using the correct form of the verbs. So तपाईहरुले के बुझ्नु पर्यो, first all of you have to understand some of the rules of if sentences. पहिलो हामीले simply के भन्छौं, one side verb 1 verb 5 रहेको छ भने अर्को साइडमा के भन्छौं, we use will sell plus verb 1 भन्छौं एक साइडमा if पार्टमा verb 1 verb 5 छ will अर्को साइडमा will अनि then is sell अनि will अनि sell अनि verb 1 is अब अर्को साइडमा के गर्यो एकतिर हामीले के पायौं will sell and then verb 1 if हामीले के पायौं त अर्कोतिर verb 2 छ भने अर्को साइडमा के हुन्छ would should अथवा would plus verb 1 भइहाल्छ नेक्स्ट had plus verb 3 छ भने would have plus verb 3 गर्ने मोस्टली हामीले यो युज गर्छौं इन समटाइम्स हामीले के गर्छौं यता यो फर्स्टमा युनिभर्सल ट्रुथ छ भने बोथ साइडमा यो गर्दिन्छौं अनि कहिलेकाहीँ नेसेसिटी आयो भने क्यान को मस्ट को पनि युज गर्छौं क्यान मस्ट प्लस verb 1 पनि युज गर्छौं सो हियर इफ यु सेल योर स्टक्स नाउ sell verb 1 so here will be want is you want much if you sell your stock now you want much get much money for them as here is not it becomes want get a lot of people would lose would plus lose एकतिर छ भने अर्को साइडमा verb 2 हुन्छ अब a lot of people would lose job धेरै मान्छेहरुले job lose गर्छन् if the factory was closed down यो passive मा दिएको छ was closed down यो past tense मा छ simple past our country won't have to export won't have भनेको will not plus verb 1 यसलाई will not plus verb 1 छ भने this side के हुन्छ verb 1 verb 5 and it सँग के भयो it rains if you have found अर्कोतिर have found छ एकतिर के गरेछ यतातिर के गरेछ could have found भनेको छ could have said भनेको this if you had found or not have found if we had found him earlier we could have saved his life यदि हामीले उसलाई पहिले पाएको भए हामीले के गर्थ्यौं सेभ गर्ने थियौं thus here will be had if he had not been wearing helmet यदि उले हेलमेट लगाइरहेको थिएन यो had been plus verb 4 भनेको यता would have been हुन्छ would have been seriously injured unless you follow the instruction follow भनेको verb 1 हो this side अब want pass पनि हुन्छ can't pass पनि हामीले we can write can't pass as well can't pass or won't pass यदि तिमीले इन्स्ट्रक्सन फलो नगरेनौ भने तिमी पास नहुन सक्छौ I don't mind walking home as long as weather will be fine the bank will sanction you loan provided you deposit a collateral यता will plus verb 1 अर्को साइडमा verb 1 is what would you have done would have plus verb 3 this side had plus verb 3 is what would you have done यता had plus verb 3 छ भने this side मा would have plus verb 3 भइहाल्यो if you had choice had means past tense एक साइड मा past tense छ भने अर्को साइड मा would plus verb 1 thus if you had the choice where would you live तिमी कहाँ बस्छौ भनेर भनेछ okay then about question C change the following sentences into if sentences as in the example I didn't go to a restaurant because I was not hungry यहाँ तपाईहरुले केही रुल्स हरु बुझ्नु पर्छ एउटा if sentence मा के हुन्छ दुईवटा पार्ट हुन्छ if part अथवा if clause and main clause if clause चेन्ज गर्ने बेलामा you have to know some of the rules यदि यो के गरेछ if part को verb verb 1 verb 5 मा छ यसलाई past मा simple present into simple past present continuous into past continuous present perfect into past perfect यदि sentence past मा simple past मा छ भने change into past perfect र यदि के गरेछ past continuous मा छ भने past perfect continuous this is about if part or if clause along with that यदि sentence negative मा छ भने positive मा चेन्ज गर्ने positive मा छ भने negative मा चेन्ज गर्ने त्यस्तैगरी एउटा मेन पार्ट छ हाम्रो पछाडीको मेन पार्ट or मेन क्लज मा के गर्ने हामीले sentence यदि verb 1 verb 5 मा दिएको छ भने would plus verb 1 ing मा दिएको छ present continuous मा छ भने would be plus ing गर्दिने present perfect मा छ भने would have plus verb 3 गर्दिने यदि के गरेको छ simple past मा छ then would have plus verb 3 and in the same ways यस्तै हामीले के गर्दै अरु पनि जाने अब यहाँ मोस्टली यदि के गरेछ if the sentence joined by because यदि sentence because ले join भएको छ भने हामीले के बुझ्ने if part मोस्टली पछाडी हुन्छ the main part अगाडि हुन्छ sentence so अथवा so that ले join भएको छ भने if part अगाडि हुन्छ the main part हाम्रो के हुन्छ पछाडी हुन्छ So the first question, the driver was talking on the phone, so the accident happened. यसमा के गर्यो, अगाडिको इ पार्ट हो, यो पछाडिको मेन पार्टमा यसलाई कन्भर्ट गर्ने. अब यो वाजमा छ, वाजलाई हामीले के गरेछौं, वाज आइएनजी लाई हामीले यदि के गरेछ, प्रेजेन्ट कन्टिन्यू पास्ट कन्टिन्युअसमा छ भने पास्ट पर्फेक्ट कन्टिन्युअसमा के गर्ने राख्दिने. यो पोजिटिभ छ, यसलाई नेगेटिभ. इफ द ड्राइभर had not been talking on the phone, यहाँ verb to छ भनेको the accident wouldn't have taken. This sentence was in positive question, so the answer will be in negative. If there is anyone at home, यदि कोही घरमा भएको भए, anyone, if there is no anyone at home because the lights were off, लाइटहरु अफ छन्, त यसको आन्सर के हुन सक्छ, there would be someone at home, घरमा हुनुपर्छ. If the light were not off, लाइट अफ छैनन् भने त्यहाँ घरमा केही हुनुपर्छ. If there was someone at home, the light wouldn't be off, लाइटहरु अफ हुने थिएनन्. Then question C, he must be an educated person because he has subscribed the Kathmandu Post. So the answer is, he must not be an education person if he hadn't subscribed the Kathmandu Post. दुईटै पोजिटिभ मा छ, यसलाई नेगेटिभ गर्दिने. अर्को पनि हामीले के लेख्न सक्छौं, if he was an educated person he would have subscribed the Kathmandu Post. त्यस्तो पनि लेख्न मिल्छ. His head was not injured in the accident because he has put the helmets on. यो नेगेटिभ छ, पोजिटिभ मा लैजाने. यसलाई पोजिटिभ छ, नेगेटिभ मा चेन्ज गर्ने. His head would have been injured in the accident if he hadn't put the helmet on. Then about question E, I am sure he passed the exam because he gave a happy treat to his friends. A positive sentence into negative. If you wouldn't, I am sure he wouldn't have passed the exam if he hadn't given happy treat to his friends. Past into past perfect. You did not take any breakfast, so you are hungry now. So the answer is, if you had taken some breakfast, तिमी नास्ता खाएको भए, you wouldn't be hungry now. I am sure he is a doctor. ऊ doctor हो because he is wearing a white gown. Because ले जोडेको छ, if sentence mostly last मा हुन्छ, sentence positive छ, change into negative. I am sure you wouldn't be a doctor if he was not wearing a white gown. So question G, she is very rich, so she is driving Mercedes. The answer will be, if she wasn't very rich, she wouldn't be driving Mercedes. Present tense ma cha, past ma positive into negative. I didn't know it was only half kilometer from my house, so I booked a ride. यदि मलाई थाहा भएको नेगेटिभ छ भने पोजिटिभ इन्टु. If I had known it was only half kilometer away from my house, I would not have booked the ride. Question J, he has hidden, has positive ma cha, change into negative. He hadn't hidden anything in mind, something into anything as it is negatives. He would look fresh, negative cha, negative into positive. So in such a way you can write these if sentences as well. Then the last question is speaking. Suppose you are the headmaster, head teacher of a school, and you are taking a job interview for the post of secondary level English teacher. Draft some of the questions for the interview. As a head teacher of my school, I have drafted following questions for the interview for the post of secondary level English teacher. So the question is, tell me about yourself, icebreaker question to what we call. Why do you want this job, not any other job? What is your greatest weakness? What is your greatest strength? Why? How do you handle stress in specific situations? Why do I hire or choose you, not others? Where do you see yourself 5 years from now? What are your salary expectations? How do you teach poetry to the students? How do you teach weak students in the class? And why do you leave your last job? Last job or this is foreign job. Do you have any questions for me? So these are the questions to be asked with the asked to the teachers who is going to be appointed for the secondary level English teacher. Project works. Visit someone who has recently passed the Public Service Commission. जो लोक सेवा आयोग पास गरेको छ, or Teacher Service Commission शिक्षक सेवा पास गरेको. Ask him or her to give some tips which may help you to face the job interview. The job interview tips के छन्? Dress appropriately, that suits the job. Job को आधारमा ड्रेस लगाउने. Remember, first impression is count. अथवा first impression is the last impression. Be on time, समयमा पुग्ने, 10 to 15 minutes early पुग्ने. Prepare key points that you want to communicate about yourself. Key point तयार गर्ने. Think positively. Your posture should be well balanced, upright, relaxed, and forwarding facing and open. Build confidence. Create a dialogue with the employer by asking questions related to the current topics. Remember to smile and thank the interviewer. These are the job interview tips. Okay, this much about the chapter presenting yourself. Regarding this chapter, if you have any queries or problem, mention below in the comment section. If you find this video helpful and interesting, like the video, share it, subscribe it, click on the bell icon to get the notification from upcoming videos. Thank you everybody for watching this. Have a good day. Goodbye.